Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back. We're looking at question 2 on the grade 7 2008 Gauss paper from the University of Waterloo. And question 2 here asks, what is the value of 1 plus 100th plus 1/10,000th? Or 1 plus, well, they give it in decimals. So 1 plus 0.01 plus 0.0001. All right. Now, we could reach for our calculator. Calculators are allowed. And, question 2, you really shouldn't have to think that hard about it. My only caution to you would be this. Make sure you are actually pressing the 0 button the right number of times. No one wants to do 1 plus 0.01 plus 0.001, because I would suspect that's possibly one of the incorrect answers that they have here. And you wouldn't want that because, as I mentioned in the last video, the first 3, 4, 5 questions, people don't really stop and retry them, rethink them. I mean, if you're really, really good and get the whole contest done in like 40 minutes, yeah, you can go back and double check all your calculations. But frankly, that doesn't happen for very many people. So if you're going to punch things in on your calculator, do make sure you're doing the right thing. But I'm going to try and do this question just as a decimal place, addition, place value sort of style question. And that's not necessarily better. Certainly it's a little slower than using your calculator. But I like to do things without a calculator when I can. Because if you rely entirely on your calculator, there are a few moments in life where you just don't have ready access to a calculator. And you don't want to, in those moments of realization, figure out, oh, I actually can't add 17 plus 8 very quickly. I have to actually get out my fingers and count. Okay? Something the calculator does. Calculator is a fantastic tool. I love calculators. But something a calculator does is it trains you to push buttons and not to think about what you're doing. It sort of turns you into a sort of a robot or a computer. And that's sort of the opposite of what education is supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be able to think for yourself, come up with new ideas, apply things in new situations. My first year calculus students are lost when I take the calculators away from them on quizzes. They cannot do some of the basic calculations because they've had calculators their entire lives. And yet they find, well, I don't actually know math. I needed my calculator to do basic operations. Anyway, rant over. Let's do this question. And we do have to be careful with this one as well. I have to make sure that as I'm writing these numbers out in my notebook, that I do have the right decimal places and everything's in its right position. Otherwise, when I add, I will have problems. So, it's 1. And we're going to put 1 here. So 1, I'm going to add in a whole bunch of zeros. Then it's 0.01. Going to keep the other zeros here. And then it's 0.0001. And I want to add these up. I line them all up so that the decimal place is in the right spot. And we put a little decimal place there. And then it's adding it as though they were regular old numbers, the way we learned, in grades 1 and 2, that sort of a thing. 1, nothing to carry. 0, nothing to carry. 1, nothing to carry. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. And 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. So this is my final answer. Did it take a little while to set up? Yeah. Should I probably go back and double check that these are the numbers that they asked me for? Yes. Would a calculator technically be faster? Absolutely. I'm not saying don't use your calculator. I'm just saying I try and avoid it when I can. I'm not writing a contest right now. So our answer here is going to be E, 10101. And that's exactly what we got here, 10101. So that's question number 2. I will see you guys in the next video for question number 3.